Rhino Nation, we are here with week 5. It is late at night this time, so I'm not sleepy or tired, or I'm not sleep talking really light. But this time, for some reason my heroes are still sleeping. I don't know what's going on with that. They are getting busy building some more things because Tier 1 points go up, so I'm starting to do some building again. But let's get this recap going. I happen to have Chief with me, co-leader, and Town Hall 12, Town Hall 11 buddy. How are you doing, Chief?
Doing great, Drummy. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Are you as tired as I am, though, from this war?
This war was exhausting.
It was.
The last hour was crazy.
The last hour was really crazy. And let's go ahead and at least pull up the score, because look at that little green line. And if we could only tell you, this has to be one of the comebacks of the year. I mean, especially for us. It was not looking... It was pretty much a catastrophe, actually, for both clans. The first maybe 5 hours or so on the Town Hall 9s. It was just... It was not looking good at all. And I don't know what's going on with my switching on my screen, but I'm pulling up War Match here. You can see we had just a really, really rough time at the 9v9s. We ended up with 5 dips for the 9s, and I think it was like 6 dips on the 10s. The 10s actually did not do that horrible. We struggled, and we had a couple really bad luck things happen at the end on the 10s. There were some really close ones. Manos, his last hit was just a tearjerker. There was like a sliver left on that gold storage. But wow. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on that last hour. Since you were online, I was kind of in the car trying to catch everything, but...
Well, I tell you what, everybody, they were in chat. I think we had 16 or 20 people in game. No, 19 people in game, all chatting at the same time. We were also on Discord. We were also in voice on Discord. And nobody really panicked in terms of what to do. We just figured out the most efficient way for the next attack, and we took it one attack at a time. And it was one of those times where you didn't have time to think about it too much. So there was really no excitement about losing time. We just had a job to do. I tell you what, these guys really pulled together.
Really did. I mean, what happened was, every single second something else, either went well or didn't go well. We had to make adjustments. I mean, it was the last several hours, making adjustments the entire time. And if I just look at the war events, you can see all the crazy things that had to happen. Our Town Hall 12, Chief JP had to be perfect. We had, all of our dips happening. But the big couple things that really helped us that were huge were Moke hitting the 2-star on their 11. And we also had another one of our 10s, Thiefz, hitting a 2-star on the 1. And that helped us. He got a 68% and Moke got like a 71. So huge hits, huge up hits for us to give us the win. And again, we had to have so many dips. It put a lot of pressure on our Town Hall 10s,
Absolutely. But I tell you what, the 10s had some really nice attacks, and they had some heartbreakers.
Yeah.
But I tell you, their number 1 did great on his dips.
Yeah, he did.
Hitting R11s, and that put pressure on us in that last hour. But with 2 hours to go, it hit up by Thiefz on base 1.
Yes.
With a pretty good percent. That was nice. That was a well thought out. They talked about that attack a lot. He did it just like it was great.
Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and check out those 2 hit ups, which are huge, and we'll check out a couple of the Town Hall 10s too, which I believe both of them were fresh hits, but I'm not positive on that. So let's go ahead and check these attacks out, should we? I'm gonna give a hand to a lot of the guys that were on voice planning. Chief, you obviously, Dom, Manos, just kind of give a shout out to Rohan. I believe Rin was on a little bit. Hulk was on early on. There were a lot of people that were on, and voice planning is so huge, and I'm trying not to go too much into this because this recap's going to end up being long, but it makes a huge difference, even if it's just spotting. So, if you haven't tried it, you really should, because it's very effective. So let's go ahead and get into some attacks, shall we? I am on number 11 with JP.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and just hit replay in 3, 2, 1. JP is Rohan. This is one of his accounts, and let me tell you, the guy is a beast with Lalo. He's unreal. And I love watching his attacks. He's coming in on this one with the baby dragon, and if you want to go ahead and talk to it too, because you actually helped him plan some of these. But go ahead.
He's so creative, and he does his own planning, but he likes to kind of talk his ideas out loud in case there's something glaring.
Correct.
And the only thing that we were wondering on this one would be, would the queen go in, or would she bounce down just a couple tiles, which she did, but it was okay. He was just concerned about making sure he got the CC kill after that. And you'll notice that his queen has to finish the 2 witches because the poison didn't quite get him. But after that, he was good to go. And then you'll see the rest of the Lalo after this works out pretty good. And he had a lot of tanking because he chose 3 hounds on this.
Right,
but,
I see that.
We figured with almost, we were figuring around 30-some% with the kill squad. So we thought we'd be okay with like 22 or 21 wounds.
Yeah, he is usually really good about figuring out what he does need. And with 4 ADs up, you do need those hounds. At least they're all relatively close. And with the pathing for the loons, that they can get there to take those ADs down. That entry, though, that he did where the queen had like a sliver before he hit the ability, I was like, yow! Whoa.
He was yelling at her.
Yeah. I love being online when Ro's attacking, because he's fun to listen to. But great attack here with his spell placement per normal, and always he likes to use that heal on the end, and it saves you many a times. Especially look at this little whiz tower going to town, and I love how he does that, and a lot of the good loon guys do this. When there's a whiz tower, that they're going to be ending on, they always save like 1 or 2 loons to distract the whiz tower when that other huge group is coming up, because then it's just 1 whiz tower getting hit, not 8 loons that you need, So,
that's right.
And he did that. He did a great job with that. So good job, JP.
He took advantage of the layout. Yeah,
he did. That. He really did.
If you notice the sweeper, the top left sweeper seemed a little odd for the base, and he took advantage of it.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that it would seem to be split or turned the wrong way. All right, so let's go ahead and go up to number 10, which is Rohan, his regular account, and let's watch this one in 3, 2, 1. Now this is one of those where all of a sudden he goes in and he hits attack, and I watch and go, wait, is this Ro using hogs? What's going on? But you can see on this one, he's looking at this going, the king and the queen are just sitting down there asking for me to come in on that side. It's just, it's got to be done. So that's what he decides to do. And, we talked about this, I think, on the last video last week. Sometimes you got to go ahead and take what the base is giving you. And so many people really do their base designs based on that wrecker. Sometimes they forget that they leave themselves wide open for some other things, and that's what happened here. He sees he can go in, get the king queen, plus make a nice little pass, still get, of course, the CC kill, no problem, and then he's just going to use the wrecker to tank somewhere else, and he gets some nice value for his heroes here too. Going over, taking out some other side buildings. He still has his ability left. Let's see, for his queen, is he going to hit it? He's hitting it, and here come the hogs, of course. Just a huge pack of hogs. It was a long day, wasn't it?
Oh,
can't even tell what troops I'm talking about now. So right here when I was watching, I was like, go ahead, get the hogs out of the wrecker, send them loose.
Yeah.
I've done that before, where all of a sudden I forget what's going on, but he may have planned it just to have them kind of follow behind. But you can see.
He said afterwards he wanted to go a little earlier.
Yeah.
He did, but it wasn't a fail. It was just a little late.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it still worked out completely fine. You can see he still has one heal left. He's got plenty of hogs. And both of his heroes, look at that, coming in behind. Woot, woot. Doing some cleanup with 3 wizards, too. So, great job on that one. And, you know, again, we had, I think we had 5 10v10s. These two were early on. So, you know, every 3-star helped for sure on the 10s. So good job with that one. With the hogs. Go, buddy. All right, so let's go ahead and move up. These last couple attacks happened within the last hour or hour and a half. And again, they were key because we knew we had to do so many dips. We knew we were going to have, you know, our Town Hall 12, Chief JP, go down fresh on 3 and 4, which he did. He did a great job on both of those attacks. But we also knew that we were going to have to do hit-ups because we were not going to be able to, you know, clear all the 10s either. So we had all the 11s dipping. And let's go ahead and watch Moke, shall we, on his attack?
Yeah.
Now, this is a fresh hit, too. So going in fresh, 10v11, not easy for any of you who have not tried it. He ends up with a 71. Let's check this out in 3, 2, 1. All right. So, of course, you want to try to, if you have never, you know, attacked an 11 with a Town Hall 10, you do want to try to find all of the empty buildings that you can. And the cool thing that he did here is he's luring the CC with the blimp at the same time with those loons in the rage, clearing out a huge pack because you can see he has 9 baby dragons. So he is planning to, because of that little clear out that he did, get a bunch of his percentage with those baby dragons. So he pulls the CC over to the side, uses a baby dragon, love it, to go ahead and kill it along with the poison. And, you know, again, 10v11, you normally have a fair amount of time because once that eagle gets going, it starts wiping troops out quick. So you want to really kind of take your time at the beginning to get the things done that you need to. You can see he's making sure to take care of all of the troops coming out of the CC. He did spend a little more time. I was getting a little worried, but he had it under control. So there he goes. He's going to get Baby Dragon going, get that queen over there. Just trying to do a little queen walk. I'm guessing that he was trying to go into the center, you know, in addition to just trying to get as much percentage as he can. So he has the rage. It gets pretty crazy quick, though, on that poor little 40 queen. She can't handle too much, can she?
He handles her pretty good, but it got a little exciting there.
Yes, it did. It definitely did.
He held on really good there.
Yes. And you have to be patient. You know, now you look at the Eagles targeting the healers. So he's like, okay, that's fine. This is my cue to go ahead, put in some more baby dragons, and try to go for the town hall. So he's going to do the old bowler trick with some couple tanks on the town hall. Make sure he gets that down. Meanwhile, Queen is still hanging on. She is trying to hang on as long as she can in there. And he's getting some good percent. So right here is where I was looking, going, oh, he's got the 50, no problem. Because he still has plenty of baby dragons, plus his king's still up. How much percentage is he going to get? You know, this is when you're like, go, buddy, go.
Yeah.
And he manages, you can see, does he get the queen? Oh, he almost got the queen.
Just a heartbeat, yeah.
But it doesn't matter at this point because, again, anything that he gets, it's all bonus. So really, really nice job on this one. Very nice. What did he end up with? Like 73%? Let's see, 71%. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Fresh hit, 71%. You just never know what could pop up, you know, when you're trying to do those up hits. Right. So very nice job, Moke. Let's go ahead and check out Thiefz, who also runs bandits. He's got several accounts, but let's watch his because his was another one. We had a plan for this. And the first attempt, again, you don't realize how much these defenses, how badly they hurt. They hit hard. They hit very hard. And so on the first attempt, the Queen didn't quite make it. But you can see we've got Prof coming in here with the little, am I watching the right one? Yeah, I'm watching the right. I had to watch real close. So he's doing the old E-drag deal. Okay. So he started his off with that E-Drag, that new thing that's coming out now, E-Drag with loons, and the clone in the blimp, so I like that. And now he's freed up his queen down at the bottom here to not take too much heat. Although you'll see with just even the one cannon and archer tower, it ends up, she can't handle too much. She's only a level 40. You know, she's a young one. But the queen's hanging on fine, and meanwhile the E-Drag with a sliver, I mean a sliver of health, is still doing some damage. With that chain that the E-Drag gets going, can really, really take down some stuff fast. So I like his path here because it's just going right around, taking out some ADs, some free buildings, and the king is tanking. So here he goes. Little dragons right to the town hall. Let's see how he does. Love the freeze on the sweeper to make sure that the dragons can get in there. And they go, because that town hall is mean. It is really mean. It's not nice. And with the multi, that was the other thing that we were looking at. You know, it's not quite as scary then. You know, you can get a little bit more percentage. And so right now he's at 57, 50. I mean, again, if you have not tried a 10v12, it is hard. It really is sobering for sure. So he did a great job. And also keep in mind, these last two attacks, it was a lot of pressure because we knew what we had to do and there was no room for error. We had to get the job done on each of the hits. And, you know, just great job by all these guys. There he goes. He's got it. So, any other things to add? Any comments on what you thought about this war?
Well, the takeaway for me was that when it's tight in the last hour, this group of people work really well together, and they talk without having to worry about somebody being confused. Everybody's pretty much on the same page. That was the biggest thing for me. I mean, obviously, every hit was a key hit, but on top of the hits was really good camaraderie and teamwork. In the last hour.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just a crazy win for us. And I'd like to thank you for being online because it was, you know, enjoyable as always. But, man, I'm going to need to sleep tonight. I woke up this morning, you know, where we had to do 5 dips and it was 20 degrees outside. So I'm ready for some rest, and I'm just really proud of everybody for working together and getting this victory. This was a big one. So good job, Rhinos. That is all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, subscribe. We'll have more recaps for you in the future. We have a bye week coming up, and then we'll start it up again. So that is all for this time. Thanks again, Chief, and we will see you again soon. Later.